something that is decided, but there is game 3 in the State of Origin upcoming. It comes around quick with these Sunday games, doesn't it? And a lot of changes to the team. So Newcastle, we had...
So it's Sunday, yeah? So
it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
But Sunday was the last one, yeah.
Correct.
That's what I thought it was.
So New South Wales have had to make a few forced changes. We spoke last week about Nathan Cleary doing his shoulder, so they need a replacement for him. It was Mitchell Moses, who will debut at halfback.
Yep.
Jack Whiten into the 5'8" position because Jerome Luai's got an MCL. And that means that...
Yeah, worried about Penrith with those two out.
Yeah.
Considering, I think both those two in, they probably smoked the Eels, but with them out, it kind of brought them back into shooting distance for those teams in 3 and 4. For
sure. And with Jack Whiten into the starting side, it opens up the door for Api Coruscant to make his Origin debut as a 14. And Daniel Safidi has got sore ribs. So he's out. I think Dale Finucane will start and Payne Haas will come off the bench. Yep. And then for Queensland, do you want to run us through their team, Sean?
Did we say this is a Newcastle too? And they're going to have a maximum crowd of 20K. So,
yeah.
Again, great for Newcastle to get a game.
Again, COVID. What's the difference between 20 and 28?
I would have gotten it right this weekend. 75%. That's 20.
Derp. I don't know. Anyways.
So Queensland have had to make a couple of changes. Kalen Ponga, after his game last week for Newcastle, healthy, looking good. So he's going to come in and play fullback, puts Holmes on the wing. Kyle Fount gets dropped. I think that's a good combination. That's probably what we wanted game 1 and 2.
You've been saying that you haven't really rated Holmes as a fullback, and the performances tend to show that, and the way Ponga played on the weekend, you'd think their team would be improved with KP wearing the 1. And then Hamiso Tabui Fido is going to get his first Origin start.
Yeah, Cowboys speedster.
Yeah, he's very quick. That pushes Kirk Capewell back into the second row. Capewell's sort of been found out a little bit by Tommy Turbo in defence, and who wouldn't be? So this is bittersweet, isn't it? The bloke, he gets he's 19. He's only played 23 games for the Cowboys. He's going to play Origin, but then... he's got to mark up on Tommy Turbo. So defensively, he's going to be a lot quicker than Capewell, but he's probably not going to have the same tackling efficiency as Kurt would. Do you think this is a good move for Queensland?
Yeah, well, you've lost a series of the point, and I think we talked about it last week as well. Maybe blood some of these young guys coming in, see what they can do, because you're kind of also trying to build for next year too. So
sure,
yeah. What was interesting, Ben Hunt's going to be 9.
Yep.
So Andrew McCulloch out of the squad, I think, completely. AJ Brimson comes back in as 14. Didn't love that in the first game. So be interesting to see how that goes. Whether that's maybe a little bit of cover for Ponga in case he can't play the whole 80. Ponga actually may be more of a shout to move infield, essentially either into centres, or it could even play hooker. I think that's a better option for him because he's got a bit more size and a bit more ball playing than say what AJ does. So AJ could go play fullback.
He looked very ordinary as a hooker in game 1, didn't he?
Yeah. But I think the big story that came out today was bloody Jai Arrow. Did you hear about this?
What happened here?
Well, he's breached the Queensland COVID bubble. He's been fined. He's got a 2-game match suspension. He's brought a third-party female into the Maroons hotel. To me, it sounds like he just needed a route. I'm not sure if he's got a missus or anything back home. But yeah, it's
speculation.
Highly speculative.
Away from home, young fella, obviously hitting up the local Tinder. Yeah. Found some nice Sheila, and unfortunately, he's got himself in a bit of hot trouble.
Yeah, right.
In both ways. Well, if you're bringing a female into the club hotel, I'm putting 2 and 2 here together. I think that's a simple mass equation.
Where are they in camp at the moment? Do you know?
It'd have to be in Newcastle. Or either there or Brisbane. One of the two.
I don't think they'd be in Newcastle yet.
Not yet. I'll say it's in Brisbane somewhere.
So he brought someone in from a non-COVID affected area into the hotel. Again, this is playing devil's advocate, but I feel like he might have caught something else that wouldn't have been COVID.
True. They're all concerned about the NRL bubble, but essentially he's ruled out, so he's not going to be playing. I don't know who's going to come in to replace him yet.
Well, Francis Molo was the 18th man, so perhaps he'll get the nod.
Yes.
What do we think, boys? New South Wales last swept Queensland back in 2000. That was with Freddie Fittler, Joey Johns. And I was having a look at that Queensland side to see, you know, the last Queensland side to get swept. I thought, they must have been, bunch of nobodies. That was strong. They had like Darren Lockyer was in that side. I think 7 Broncos as well.
Didn't they Queensland win 99 on the draw?
I feel like that's about right.
Yeah, so they had Dane Carlo and Tony Carroll, Darren Lockyer, etc. in the squad at that time. So yes, that team continued over, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were a bit banged up that following year. Going back to the previous knowledge from 22 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Monks, do you mind bringing up
Gordon Tallis, etc.
The stats? The odds.
Yep.
And I've said it before. I think New South Wales on paper much stronger, even without Luai and Cleary here. Maybe that with Ponga coming in, might lead to a closer encounter. But I still think New South Wales win this.
Yeah. I was more confident until the Jai shit happened, because that's just, I think, would have pissed a whole bunch of people off and annoyed them. If they had a good camp, it would have been a better situation. But I was more confident in this with the changes to New South Wales. I thought this would be better because if I'm picking the two halves, I'd pick the Queensland halves over the pick 2 for New South Wales. Jack Whiten, if you saw any of the Titans game, he was a bit of a turnstile.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
And the former, the incumbent Dally M winner has really not shown too much.
Hasn't had a great year so far.
And then you've got a debutant playing 7.
Exactly.
But
I like their chances more in this one than I did the last 2.
Correct. Yeah. But I've also said, when you've got Latrell and Turbo playing centres the way that they've been playing and Teddy back there, I don't think it really matters that.
Yeah. If as long as their forwards
wearing 6 and 7,
if those forwards get a good platform, make it easy for them to get the ball out of those guys, then definitely. But it'll be, like I said, it'll be a possession game. Who can control it the longest? Who can grind out that first 15, and then you'll know pretty quickly who's going to win based on how the NRL games have been going this year.
You going to tip Queensland?
Yeah, I tipped Queensland on all 3. So I just might not come to Odin this time. I think it's cursed.
Maybe not. So New South Wales are favourites, $1.20. Queensland are out at $4.50.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. Expecting to be a closer game, as we sort of alluded to. 14.5 is the line.
14.5 is close.
Closer than 26-0 and 50-6. So
well, based on what we were saying before, you should, if you can pick the winning team, you just bet on the 13 plus, because you're going to hit it on that 60% of the time. So
that's right. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, the way we've been going.
Yeah.